CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, is now well underway in Las Vegas. It is the world's premier technological showcase. So, of course, we've dispatched a crack team to Nevada to report on all the latest developments. Now, we'll have full coverage of the events in the coming weeks, but for now, here's a little taster of the technological treats in store.
Tablet mania at CES this year. Not only are we expecting around 80 launches of new tablets, but there are also a fascinating array of accessories for existing tablets, most notably, of course, the iPad. Here's one of them at $429. It's certainly not cheap, but it is interesting. It's a Pico projector in a dock, and this Pico projector at the back here is capable of producing images of around 60 inches on the diagonal, so that you plug your iPad into the dock and you can see here you can display the image on a wall or flip it up and display it on a ceiling. Now, it works better in dark environments, so we can simulate that in here, and obviously in a very dark environment, when you've got the projector fairly near and you're not trying to go for too large an image, you're going to get a very crisp, clear picture.
How many times have you got to your phone just as it stops ringing? It's really annoying. So, this is one of the few devices that aim to deal with the problem. Just press this button and your potential caller will be put on hold whilst you fish your phone out of your bag. Now, it connects to your phone via Bluetooth, and there are lots of Bluetooth devices that connect to your phone. But this one, along with a few others that are coming onto the market, extra security features. One of them, for example, is if you get more than 10 meters away from your phone, this will alarm you to that fact. Pretty useful if you've left your phone in the car. If you've left your phone in the restaurant, it might not be there by the time you get back to it. Finally, you can press and hold the same button to reject your caller, but if you do actually want to take the call, you're going to need a phone. That's what phones are for.
From mobile phones to multimedia players to tablet devices, we're now all used to touch-driven interfaces. But 3M think that this multi-touch system could give us some handy hints for touch in the future. Here, let me show you. Rather than just making one mark at a time, this particular screen can deal with several points of contact. In fact, it can deal with up to 60 touches at a time. That's an awful lot of fingers. So what will we use this multi-touch technology for, apart from creating incredible works of modern art? Well, in the commercial world, you can see that there'll be plenty of professions that might want to share and work across the same screen, and in public spaces and education, multi-touch might also find a home. There's been suggestions that video games could benefit from this kind of technology. One thing is for sure though, in the next few years, if multi-touch catches on, we're all going to be investing in an awful lot of screen cleaner.
Lots of technology here for young bucks, but let's not forget a largely untapped senior market. And here's an interesting product. It's a photo frame with a twist. Photo frame which you can actually input via USB thumb drive, but it's also got a SIM card inside, so it can accept photos from loved ones via a data plan. Now, the interesting thing about this particular device, it's also got some sensors on it which enable it to act as a personal monitoring device. So there's a motion sensor here and a sound sensor, and they can either act either in concert or independently to spot irregularities of behaviour by the elderly person in question. So, for example, if they've had a fall, they may obviously produce a large sound and maybe no motion. That will then alert this device to send out a text message to a loved one telling them that all is not well. The elderly person can also press a button, and there are also some other sensors that you can place strategically around the house. They'll talk back to this device and again enable the text to be sent. There's also some very basic text features on here, social networking features, so some stock phrases. There's phrases here like feel good. There's other phrases that ask your loved ones to call them. An interesting device. It's over $500 though, and there's a monthly plan of $30 on top of that, so it's not cheap, but it's potentially indispensable.
Now, it's this time of year that I start dreaming of holidays on sandy beaches, but apparently I don't have to wait for my summer break to explore the world. Not according to Kate Russell, anyway, who's promised to turn my computer into a teleporter. Want to know more? Here's Webscape.
You've heard of globe trotting. Well, how about globe hopping? the high-tech version of a long-haul holiday courtesy of a clever little soul at MIT. Search for Globe Genie on the homepage to access Joe McMichael's Google Maps mashup that turns your computer into a teleporter. I could spend hours just jumping around the globe taking in the sights, although I advise you not to do it in your swimsuit unless you have good central heating and thick curtains. You'll spot all sorts of strange things while you travel, maybe even the odd celebrity. Okay, maybe not a celebrity, but here's another Google Maps tool you can use for a spot of cyber celeb stalking. And it's caused some disquiet amongst those celebs who don't want their every move tracked. JustSpotted.com is a place for people to post sightings of the rich and famous. So if you do happen to be in the area with your autograph book handy, you can dash straight over in the hope of grabbing that elusive signature. How come no one's spotted me yet? You'll probably appreciate some banging tunes while you travel, and at Groove Shark you'll find them in abundance. This free online jukebox lets you search for and listen to tracks through your web browser, building up playlists or just taking a random selection through the radio feature. There is the obligatory option to buy if you find something you want to keep, and loads of recommendation tools and social features, which, to be fair, no music sharing site should be without these days. If you do have something in your music collection that Groove Shark doesn't have, you can upload it to their servers, and as long as they have the license, it'll be shared amongst other users, all above board and legal. The free account is ad-supported, and there's a subscription model for VIP members. There are also apps for most smartphone handsets that give you access to all your playlists, favourites and music on the move. But you'll only get a short trial if you're not a fully paid-up VIP member. Sadly, nothing for the iPhone, though.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around.
Following on from Dan Simmons' excellent Golf Buddies package last week, MyCaddie Pro is a free GPS rangefinder with built-in scorecard. It even lets you switch to a bird's eye view of the hole, with hazards and other landmarks clearly shown. I know what you're thinking. BlackBerry and Android users like golf too. Well, fear not, there's a GPS rangefinder for you too. It's just not quite as sophisticated as MyCaddie Pro. FreeCaddie is available across multi-platforms. The free version doesn't have maps or scorecards. In fact, it pretty much just measures your distance from the front, centre and back of the green. Obviously, I didn't film these screenshots actually on the green. That would be a very big golf course. The extra bells and whistles are available in the Pro version, for a price of course. And like MyCaddie, you can add missing golf courses on the website. And before you ask, yes, Dan is still out on the golf course, hacking away at that sandpit. My favourite part of starting a new year is the January sales. If you're shopping online, it can be easy to miss a bargain at this time of year. But with GetInvisibleHand.com, you need worry no more. Once installed, this browser plugin for Firefox, Safari, Chrome and Internet Explorer sends you a helpful pop-up message if the product you're looking at can be found cheaper on another site. At the moment, this growing site looks at prices from 125 retailers across the UK, Germany and the USA, with Canada scheduled to come online soon. The other thing you're guaranteed to need at the start of the new year is a calendar. CalMe is a free download that lets you make your own personalised wall calendars using photographs of family or pets with just a few simple clicks of your mouse.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
There's a good range of styles, and you can tweak the colours and layout before printing your stunning and unique calendar, ideally on photographic paper for the best results. Happy New Year, Clickite!
Kate Russell And Kate lives at our website most of the time. The address, as always, is bbc.co.uk/click. There you will also find a video stream of this programme and a link to even more technology in the shape of our sister programme on BBC World Service Radio, Digital Planet. Next week, 2011 really gets going as we hit the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas with full force. Everything from the show in the next 2 weeks here on Click. Can't wait for that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Vegas.